your hands together for Sabrina Nelson.
March 8th of 2014. I had just finished curating an art exhibit for the anniversary of Black Women Rock, the downtown space. And an ex-boyfriend of mine who volunteered to help me set up the space, clean up the space, and set up the artwork needed a ride home. So because he volunteered for me, I figured I'd be nice and volunteer to take him home. On the way home, I asked him, "Are you hungry?" Because I didn't see him eat at the reception. He says, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, you pick the place. We'll get something to eat." It's about 11 o'clock p.m. So he picks New Coney 1. Not exactly a place for me. I'm not really feeling it because I'm kind of a vegan snob sometimes. So we get to the restaurant. We get inside, and we sit in a booth. Now, he sits on the same side as me. I'm not feeling that either. Because when we're in the booth, I want you to sit on the other side, and I'll sit on this side. I want you to have your own side. So I look at the menu. I'm not feeling that. But I order a salad. Not really feeling the salad. The salad comes. He orders a steak. My salad comes first. So the salad, he and I are eating off of it. I'm not really okay with that. He starts to put pepper on my salad. I don't put pepper on my salad, especially iceberg lettuce, whatever. So I'm empowered, and I say, "Hey, I don't like that." He takes the salad, he slides it with his arm, and then he looks down at me. Now, he's 6'2", 260 pounds, a really big dude. I'm 5'2". I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. But he looks down at me in a side-eye way, and he says, "I see you, motherfucker." And he whispers it, and I'm like, now, he's never called me anything out of my name besides Sabrina or pet names. So I'm in shock. I'm really taken aback. And I'm I just swallow, and I'm like, "Whoa, you can have a salad." At that time, I don't really say anything. I just kind of look at him, and I'm inside the booth. He's here. I look at him, and I'm like, wow, he didn't just say that, did he? And then the steak comes. The wait staff brings the steak. And he looks down at me and he says, "You wasn't going to say nothing about your ex and all those other people you've been fucking at the reception? You wasn't going to say nothing to me? You didn't think I was going to notice?" I'm like, okay, he really did say that. So I take a breath and I say, "Hey, we ain't doing this here. We're not going to do this here. We're not going to have this discussion here. We're not doing this here. You need to move. You need to let me out of this seat. You need to move now." He pushes his steak on the ground. He actually throws it on the ground. I'm like, damn, motherfucker crazy. He walks out the door. I look at the wait staff, they looking at me, this big dude and just did this thing, and I look at them and I apologize. I say, "I'm sorry, I paid the bill." I walk out the door. I get out the door, I gotta walk a little distance to my car. I hear him yelling from my car. And I'm like, hey, the way he's yelling at me is the way that I see people on the streets being in situations that I would never be in because I'm too bougie for that. I'm too cute. I'm just like, wow, they really tripping, wow. And so he's yelling at me, and I yell back, "Hey, you're not going to yell at me. You're going to be quiet. We're not doing this." I get to my car. He's there. I have to open his door in order to get into my door because my door is broke. He gets quiet. He gets in the car. I'm in the car. I'm like, "Well, I don't know what, I'm going to take you home." I drive. I start off the car. I'm driving. I pull around the corner. I get around the corner. He grabs the steering wheel from me. He pulls us up on the sidewalk. I stop a hair inch in front of a light post from killing us. He grabs the keys out of the ignition and he runs. This is a big dude. He's 6'3", 260 pounds. I'm 5'2". I ain't gonna tell you how much I weigh. I jump out of the car. My house keys are with him. I'm freaking out. I'm waving my hands. We're in the medical center behind Whole Foods. I'm waving my hands, and then I stop. I'm like, call the police, Sabrina. I dial 9, and I look up, and he's in my face. I'm shaking. I'm like, oh. He's like, you gonna call the police on me? I can't believe you gonna call the police on me. I'm really pissed now. Now, I done already got shocked. I'm pissed. And I do my hand like this. I say, give me my keys, in that shriveled mama mouth way. And I say it in a whispery, like not even my voice way, give me my keys. He hands me my keys, and he actually walks around the car, in the front of the car, like I'm gonna let him get in on the other side. I have already locked the doors. I'm getting ready to hit all of his toes with my car. As soon as I can get the engine started, I pull off immediately. And he is like tapping, and then I call my brother. I'm shaking. I'm like, Gerard just tripped out on me. I mean, I ain't never heard nothing like this. I mean, he just tripped out on me. My brother says, don't go home. You go back to the after party of your event, and you tell somebody, because I won't be home till 7 a.m. So I go back to the after party. I tell one person. I go there. He says, okay, this party is over. I need you to come to the station. I need you to sit and listen to some music, and I need you to calm down. And I'm like, I'm cool. I ain't worried about him being at my house. He ain't got no key to my house. We get to leave at 3:30. I can't hang no more. I'm done. I get home. I call my brother immediately. I'm at home. Nothing looks different. Go in the house. Stay on the phone with me. I get in the house. I walk past one room. I see a dining room table flipped completely over. My brother says, hang up, Sabrina, and call 911. I hang up the phone immediately. I call 911, and I say, hey, my father has some mental issues. He may be hurt. I need someone here right away. I live over here in Midtown. I'll see you in a minute. I hang up the phone. I call my brother back. He said, now call your father, see how he's doing. I put the phone here. I yell up the stairs. My father's on the 3rd floor. I say, Thomas, you okay? He said, yeah, why? I said, because the table is flipped over down here, and, you know, I thought you might have bumped it and may have fallen. He said, no. Me and Gerard saw that. And I say, Gerard? Now, I'm on the front, 1st floor. Door is right here. I say, Gerard? How did Gerard get here? He said, yeah, he came over. I said, how did he get in? He said, yeah, he knocked. I said, how did he get in, Thomas? He said, I opened the door. I said, is he still here? He says, no. He said, yeah, he said you left that side door open down there, and somebody came in and really ruined your dressing room, and it's smoking up here, and your TV is down on the floor, and your chairs are turned over. I said, right now? I begin to shake. I walk up the stairs, and I look up, and I see my dressing room smoldering. And I get up there, and I'm shaking, and I still have my brother on the phone, and I look, and I'm like, shit. I pick up a skirt. It's flame retarded. I walk into my bedroom, and I'm like, he did this. And my father's standing at his door that goes up to the 3rd floor. And I said, did you hear the noise before you let him in or after? And he said, after, but I thought he fell. So I went back upstairs, and I went to bed. And I said, damn it, Thomas, he did this. He tried to kill you. He did this. I went into my bedroom, and I have a bedroom that is 2 spaces. One is a sitting space for me and my children to watch television, and the space is a bedroom, sleeping space, but there are 2 rooms. I look at the chairs, I pick up a chair, I straighten it up, and I start to shake. And I'm starting to just freak out. And I see my pictures, I'm stepping on glass, and I said, I thought you said the TV was on the ground. He said, yeah, he must have picked that up after the person who came in and ruined your house did this. And so then I turn around, and I'm still standing on glass in the standing space, and I turn around and I look at my sleeping space, which is as black as this curtain back here. And then I can't tell if there's something in the bed or if I didn't make up the bed. So then I look, and I say to myself in my head with my inside voice, Gerard? That low. And then he replies, The covers come off immediately, and he jumps out of the bed with his boxing shorts on and his T-shirt, and he charges me, and he picks me up by my neck, and he throws me up against the wall, and he says, it's 3:30 in the morning. I can't believe you gonna call the police on me. And who the fuck you been fucking at 3:30 in the morning? I've been here taking care of your father all day. He's holding me up with one hand. My neck and my body is up against the wall. My father rushes in the room. He says, hey guy, let her go. What are you doing? What are you doing? He turns around. He pushes my father. He breaks his hip. When he pushes my father, he lets me go. I fall to the ground. I immediately swoop up my father, and I said, get out of my house. You're disrespecting me. You're disrespecting my father. Why are you doing this? The police are on their way. My brother is on his way now. He immediately grabs me, pulls me into the dressing room, and he pushes me down. He's holding the phone, he's holding me down with his knee, and he begins to strangle me and throw my clothes on top of me, and he tries to suffocate me and strangle me at the same time. My brother hears all of this. My father rushes in the room. My father says, hey, let her go, let her go. I get off from behind him when he turns around and he says, Thomas, get the fuck away from here. When he does that, I slide out from under him. I grab my father by the chest, and we dance down the stairs, but we're really falling. And as I pull my father down the stairs, he's in between me and Gerard. And then Gerard is trying to pull me back, and he says, you're going back up the stairs. I said, no, I'm not. He says, yes, you are. No, I'm not. And then he grabs my hair, and he tries to stop me from going, and he pulls out about a nice patch. And then I'm bleeding, and I stop on the stairs because he's got me, and I've got my father, and he says to me, you're going back upstairs. And I said, no, I'm not. He says, and then I say to him, what would you do if my daughter Sudani was home? He lets me go. And then he says, go in the kitchen and rinse your hands. And he's saying things to me, but I can't hear, because in my mind, I'm like, I got to get out of here, because I can't die here. I go in the kitchen, I look at the knives, and I'm thinking, where are the arteries? I don't remember my anatomy class. So I'm like, fuck, if I stab him and I miss, I'm really going to be in trouble. So I run towards the front door. He's right behind me, but he's a big dude, and I'm a little person, and I can run really fast. I get out the door. My father is still on the stairs. I jump over the fence. Mind you, I have on my cute dress and my heels. I miss all 7 or 8 of my stairs down the porch. I hop over them. I hop over the fence. I go to my neighbor's house. I hit the door with both hands. They pull me in. At that time, when they're pulling me in, I see him on my porch, but he still has on his boxing shorts, so he ain't going too far, I guess. I get inside. My neighbors call Wayne State Police. They come immediately. Right behind them, my brother comes. The next day, my father has to have surgery. I'm fine. We go through a whole situation. These are some things that I've learned from this. The first thing that I've learned from this story of survival is I was waiting for a hero. I was waiting for a savior. I wanted the police to save me. I wanted my brother to save me, and nobody came. And I had to be my own superhero. The second thing that I have to say at the end of this story is I have a new boyfriend. It's my 9mm. It goes really well with my hair. Doesn't require much. I have a CCW, and I know the laws for stand your ground in Michigan. So one quote that I can say that really allows me to think about what I could tell someone that I've learned from this story is from Maya Angelou, and it says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So he was very intrusive. He went through my Facebook page. He wasn't even my Facebook friend, but he would ask me questions about my exes. He would ask me questions about women and whether or not they liked me, and he just did way too much. And I had to separate myself from him, but obviously I was being kind and a little too nice. And sometimes you just have to really listen to yourself when you know that there's something that just doesn't go well with your hair or someone. Because maybe I was just too bougie and I should have just been on that bougie side. But when someone really shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So that's my story.
Sabrina Nelson.